Olanjo. I wanted to know something practical to seek a connection with the sacred. Where should I focus?
In the mirror, look at your reflection, focus on yourself, and meditate. There is no other way. There is no other path as powerful as this in reality. Other tools that will accelerate your process include medicines, yoga, but in the end, meditation will take you to that inner self, right? And for a person to have a greater understanding of certain things, they first need to go through their mind, right? To understand what your thoughts are, that you are not your thoughts, and that in the end, you are not even the one who observes your thoughts, right? So, to ask what I am, and to remember why she is here. I feel that most people who are hungry will delve deeper. One way or another, they will end up reaching the same conclusion, because it makes a lot of sense, even though each experience is unique and individual. It's, in a way, everyone ends up going through the same thing, right? Even when you start to understand that we are all one, right? And that I am you from another perspective and you are me from another perspective, right? And one thing I think can add to her response is that as above, so below, as above, so below. So, it's what you said, this mindset will manifest up there. And things are cyclical, right? In the morning sometimes you are feeling good. In the afternoon you are not feeling so well. And by night you are happy again. And these processes keep repeating. The ideal is that your processes spiral, right, in a true evolution upward, and not stuck in a cycle of patterns where you just keep repeating, 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 and it takes a long time to break free from a cycle. So the tendency up there is the same thing. So if you think you're already living hell on earth, you died, you.
Oh, wow, it's true, man. The physical body is the river trail of consciousness. Everything you feel here is being cushioned by the physical body. On the other side, it will always be more expanded.
Men have difficulty expressing their feelings. How can medicines help? That's up to you, Thus,
As for the medicines, if he had only given a general tip, but he mentioned medicine.
medicines can help. Any medicine that brings you closer to your feelings, closer to your true self. It will break this block that many people, especially many men, have. And this is actually what people carry because of their childhood and how they were raised and how they were taught to love. Sometimes a person's father was not someone who showed much affection or care, and the person, thinking that this is how it should be, reproduces this behavior, or, like some people, reproduces it in an opposite way. So, in the end, the medicines are there to bring you closer to yourself, to your inner self, so that you can understand and reframe these processes and find a version of yourself more loving, with more compassion, that can bring others a little closer to the truth, to their truth, right? So it's about undoing these blocks that we have. And not only medicines can help, but therapy can as well, right? Techniques like regression, theater, and various other things can serve as tools to guide you.
Yes, play Lady Gaga really loud. We were looking forward to hearing them.
So, they are tools, the medicines that don't speed up this process too much, but it's about the person with themselves, right? What do you think? Paulo said. Paulo 77, what do you think about? Almost the whole world waking up. We have to understand that we are going through a moment of planetary transition. I really don't think that. Almost everyone is awakening, right? But little by little, people are becoming more aware, right? And if we are here today with this awareness, it is because many people within us before us had to go through much more difficult things for us to be able to arrive here today. And our problem was dealing with our suffering, right? Dealing with it and awakening to that. So, it's wonderful. That consciousness reaches everyone. That consciousness reaches the entire planet and the highest levels. Right. Only then can we do things differently. Right. We can handle things differently. Handle them with more love. Handle them with more compassion towards people. Right. Because that's what it's all about. Truth. I feel compelled to say that. Imbalance is necessary. I also want to live a life with more balance. I really do, right? But it will never be completely balanced. We can be in balance, but even so, imbalance must always be present, because in the end it is what drives us. And understand imbalance as discomfort if you are balanced in discomfort. I think that is the way. This discomfort of evolving because evolution is uncomfortable, is painful. Anyway, I don't know if it made more sense to talk. Mortal Mind commented. When did you realize that there was something beyond our understanding? What was the turning point? The significant event? I think I have always. I never stopped believing in things. But for a long time, I didn't have my own experiences to be able to say what is reality and what is not right. But I couldn't help but believe, because somehow deep down I felt that something was there. It would be very hypocritical of me to think that we're here and then we're going to die, and why am I here? Right. We get into those existential crisis questions of why am I here? What is the purpose of me being here, right? Is it just to come, work, pay bills, and die? No, right?
It's the famous house, car, apartment.
So, for me, the significant event that was the turning point when I realized that everything is much bigger was really when I took Rivitro for the first time, and I was able to open my consciousness a little more and understand, okay. I started to understand that things are not as closed off as I had believed until then. Even because my mother has always been this channel, this very open spirit throughout her life. So, always. I listened to a lot of things, many stories, many dreams, and I looked at it all and thought it was fantastic. But since I hadn't gone through that myself, I remained in that skepticism, right? Like, is it really true, you know? And it's funny, for a while, you start discovering a lot of things, and then you also start demystifying a lot of things. You see that things are much bigger, right? Than what we are here for. You start to understand that this reality is just one reality. Right. So, when a person clings too much to material things, to earthly matters, they are attached to only one reality. The most fitting example of this is when you dream. When you dream, you access countless realities, countless layers. And our brain cannot differentiate between what is fantasy in our mind and what is real. So, when you're in the dream for you, that is reality. And when you wake up, you come back here and you say, whoa, that was a fantasy, it was a dream. So, we can't. To differentiate this, a dream is a very clear example that there are countless realities. However, this earthly one is the only one we should not be solely attached to. But we are indeed here with a purpose, right? This is a simulation so that we can expand our consciousness, so that we can evolve. What is the point of being here, if not this? In fact, about the video we are going to record tomorrow, which is about the spirituality of animals.
The little pets.
I will talk there about the karma of animals, not soup churgado, not soup churgado. I will talk about the karma of animals. It was very interesting to be building that text and see that. and seeking teachings and seeing that in reality. Animals also have this spirituality, right, in which you can also reincarnate as an animal. But if you just want to enjoy those pleasures of feeling right, from hunting, from killing, from sex anyway, it's much easier for you to do it with an animal so that you don't generate karma, right, than to do it as a human. The purpose here, the great key that we have as human beings, is to truly awaken spiritually, to understand that things are much deeper, and to evolve our consciousness so that we can access more things and lead a fuller, more beautiful life and help others do the same.